Columbus Police, you got a warrant. Keep your hands where we can see them. You're under arrest.
For the first time, you're seeing police body cam footage from the arrest of former youth counselor Payton Shires, who sexually abused a 13-year-old boy assigned to her care, then showed up at his family's home with a gun. I'm going to take you inside the newly released footage and the disturbing chain of events that led a trusted counselor from a position of authority to a prison cell. We're on the case presented by Law&Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. Hey guys, real quick. So you know that a lot of the stories that we cover here at Law&Crime just show how quickly life can change. And it might have you wondering how you make sure that your family is safe, that they would be taken care of if anything was ever to happen. Life insurance, it's not fun to talk about or think about, but this year you can take care of the important stuff by having a policy that means that your family is protected and you have peace of mind. Fabric by Gerber Life is term life insurance you can get done today, made for busy parents like you, online on your schedule, right from your couch. You could be covered in 10 minutes with no health exam required. If you have a family, the time to lock in one of Fabric's policies is now. They're high quality and flexible to fit your family's budget. Join thousands of parents who trust Fabric to protect their family. Apply today in minutes at meetfabric.com/OTC. That is MEET fabric.com/OTC. She was supposed to help him. That was her job. Instead, police say a youth counselor groomed and sexually abused a 13-year-old boy who trusted her. When the boy's mom found out, when she reported it to police, counselor Payton Shires didn't run. Weeks later, while out on bond, Shires showed up at their house with a gun. Now we're seeing her arrest for the first time. You'll see the takedown unfold, officers surrounding her seconds away from the front door. The frantic moments as they handcuff her and figure out what she's brought with her. Because when they search her bag, they find personal items, things officers believe she was planning to give to the 13-year-old victim.
Sarge, this is her phone and her purse. And this, I guess, is stuff that she was going to return to him.
I'll look at it and we'll actually return it.
Okay. Yep, sounds good.
I appreciate you guys.
Oh, no problem.
What was she doing with his things? And what was she planning to do next? We're going to show it to you here, start to finish, for the first time. So let's back up here quickly. Payton Shires was a young woman whose job was to help kids. She was 23 years old at the time of her arrest, living in Mount Sterling, Ohio. She had a fiance. She was even a mom to a child of her own, a 4-year-old. And in the summer of 2023, she got her social work license and started working for the National Youth Advocate Program, NYAP. It's an organization that pairs foster children and other at-risk kids with counselors and support. And it's important to note here that these are kids who need help, kids who are vulnerable, kids who are supposed to be able to trust the adults who are assigned to them. Shires was assigned to a 13-year-old boy, and according to prosecutors, she didn't help him. She groomed him. Then she sexually abused him. According to police, it all started to unravel in September of 2023. The boy's mother found text messages on his phone, messages from Shires, and the content was alarming enough that the mother went straight to police in Columbus, Ohio. Court documents show that Shires had allegedly asked the boy if he'd, quote, deleted the videos and whether his mom had found them. Police did a forensic exam on the boy's phone. What they found was worse than the mom probably feared. Text messages and a video showing Shires and the 13-year-old engaging in sexual conduct. Investigators didn't stop there. They had the boy's mom do a controlled 3-way call with Shires, and on that call, Shires allegedly admitted to it. On October 6th, 2023, police arrested Payton Shires, and that brings us to the body cam footage you are about to see. Because for the first time, we can show you exactly what happened when police moved in on her that morning, the morning of October 6th, 2023. Columbus police have a plan. They know Shires is on her way to the victim's house, and they're not taking chances. Multiple officers staged nearby, watching and waiting, and when they see her, they move in.
Female blonde is target coming out, walking to the back of the car. Open up the rear hatch. She's got a black t-shirt and long blonde hair.
Shires doesn't know they're there. She steps onto the porch, and that's when you hear it.
Columbus Police, you got a warrant. Keep your hands where we can see them. You're under arrest.
Put this down. You got hooks?
We're tactical.
And then you gotta secure that.
Roger that.
Thank you. You got anything on you? You got a gun or anything?
Do you have any weapons on you?
You ready for a cruiser?
Okay, we'll go back here, away from.
Yeah.
Have a seat, right? Where you got a gun on you? You gotta have to speak to us. You understand?
Copy that. 501.
You can call my lawyer.
No, we have to make sure you don't have a gun. You can answer that.
Up here.
Don't have a gun.
Okay, well, we're gonna make
Copies.
sure.
35.
Okay, have a seat. Have a seat. Is your kid in the car?
No.
Is your kid at daycare?
No.
Somebody is taking care of your kid then?
Alright. 5-1.
No. Go ahead and stand up. Go ahead and stand up. She's going to be taking you, switching your cuffs out, and searching you, okay?
At some point, Shires gets sick or tries to. An officer asks if she's okay, and it looks like Shires tries to throw up, but she can't.
You got anything on you that's going to poke me, stick me, blow me up? Anything I need to know about? Turn your hands so your palms are facing each other.
She's going to be taking you, switching your cuffs out, and searching you, okay?
Got anything on you that's going to poke me, stick me, blow me up? Anything I need to know about? Turn your hands so your palms are facing each other.
Are you going to get sick? Stick on the ground before you don't come out the cruiser, okay?
Let's go this side.
Are you going to get sick? Just stick on the ground before you don't come out the cruiser, okay? You done?
Through the grass.
Let's go.
Can we go on this side away from the,
Bring it through.
you done?
Your wrists are tiny. Alright, switch legs again. Nothing tucked down anywhere. No, anything. anything to jail, she comes to phone, she comes up to me, there's nothing argued. That's to me about the whole service.
She dropped a bunch of stuff up here. It's a phone and a purse and some, they're holding it up there. Did I go out on the air? Okay. Nice job pulling that out.
Looks like, seriously, that was a picture. Looks like, okay, yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Coach Rick.
The search is done. She's been patted down, cuffs checked, nothing hidden. She doesn't resist or even say much as she is guided into the cruiser, just does what she's told. And so while the immediate threat is over, for the officer standing on that lawn, the work is just beginning because sitting on that porch, still unsecured, is her bag. The white purse that she carried up to that house, and inside it, more than just her ID and makeup.
Good job, Joe.
How you doing, man?
Good. Looking good. We fit the part.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna keep this right here. You know, I don't think there's no 33s in there, do you agree?
Just a key. Makeup and stuff. ID. Okay, I'll grab this stuff to the cruiser.
Okay.
I'm guessing this is the stuff she was going to return. Yeah. Yes. Sarge, this is her phone and her purse. And this, I guess, the stuff that she was going to return to him.
I'll look at it and we'll actually return.
Yep, sounds good. I appreciate you guys. Oh, no problem.
The 13-year-old victim, the boy she was supposed to help, the boy she's accused of grooming and sexually abusing, she came to his house with a gun, but she also came with things, personal items, things that he apparently wanted back or things she thought he should have. The evidence is logged, the car is impounded, and Shires sits in the back of a cruiser, staring out the window, headed to booking.
Welcome.
Alright, you made it. 10 minutes too late. 5 minutes maybe. You just got here. Someone on your other side.
I'm gonna ask you some questions. Got some questions for you, alright? What's the current address for you? Can I get a current address for you? You serve in the armed forces?
No.
And how old are you?
23, 24 today.
Any work for a number? Obviously you say you weren't working, but
No. Why am I being under arrest?
well, the detectives are going to talk to you here in a minute, okay? Did you say you had a religious preference?
No.
Are you sick or injured on any medication?
I have medication. I didn't take it this morning.
You did not? Are you sick or injured?
No.
What is, do you need your medication?
Yeah.
What is it for?
Anxiety and depression.
Just want to make sure it wasn't like some condition or something we had to get you treatment right now for. Are you married?
No.
Hey Payton. Okay? Just going to explain to you a little bit what's going to happen now. We're going to impound your car here, okay? We're not going to keep the car though. Somebody can go pick that up from our impound lot.
Can someone just come pick it up here?
Is someone close that would be able to do that?
I have a lot of people that can pick it up here.
Okay. Like where would the closest person live?
Groveport, literally anywhere. My mom's in Whitehall. My dad's in Asheville.
Okay, that may be, let me ask them and we can see if we can work that out. After we handle that, you're going to go and get your picture taken and you're going to take your fingerprints, okay? And then after that, you'll get a chance to come and talk to me, all right? And I can explain to you what's going on and what's going to happen next. You have any questions for me? Okay.
Shires is transported downtown, processed, photographed, the routine, fingerprints, paperwork, questions. But at some point, a caseworker from Children's Services shows up because this isn't just a criminal case anymore. Shires is a mom. And what happens to her 4-year-old now is its own open question.
That could be over a year. So, you have contacted them, they could put you in jail for a year while you wait for this to be done. Okay?
So I'm just here to notify you that you are an alleged perpetrator. We are doing an investigation on the sexual abuse allegations, similar to how it was listed as a victim. I'm not going to go into other details. I will leave this just letting you know your rights have my contact information on the front. So if you do decide you do want to talk to me about everything, there's my information. Okay, but there will be a finding against you of either substantiated, indicated, or unsubstantiated. And if you don't, if it's indicated or substantiated and you don't agree with those findings, you do have a right to appeal it. But there's a process that goes with that. Okay.
Exactly what you said next time. And we'll put this with your property. Okay? Elizabeth?
Yes. Get out.
So bossy.
Just turn it on for me. Palms together. There you go. Your wrists are so tiny. If you keep your hands that way, that's going to be the best.
Oh, you're.
We're actually going to go to your. Hang on. Does you have all the paperwork?
No, I throw my stuff together. So give me just a second.
So we're just going to.
You want her ID number?
I don't know what I need.
CPE ID number, maybe? To identify her?
It's on the.
When we log on, if it's there.
I mean, I guess it goes under the incident number, right?
It should. I've already created. I think I've already created a case and everything in there. So
Yes,
hopefully-
you have.
I've done all I can do.
All right. Well, I appreciate your efforts.
I might change the system up here, like every time I come up here, it seems like, so we're completely, I never trust any of it.
Sarge, do you want to take her down? Since
I
we
gotta
can't.
take her down.
Yeah, because we can't ride in the same elevator.
Huh?
We can't ride in the same elevator.
Yeah, I'm taking her down. I'm gonna take her to the back way.
Okay.
You want to go this way?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you need a minute?
I'll be like 30 seconds. I'm just unplugging all my shit.
So we're gonna go straight down to county, and they'll change you out, and then you'll get a phone call.
Did they say they were going to send down their effects on the charge and everything? Sorry, I have a lot of items to carry with me.
Oh, can you grab my water for me?
Yes, ma'am. Oh. What is this?
Not yours.
No, it's not mine. It looked cool. What am I giving you? Your water.
Yes.
Sorry.
Alright, come on out here. You done here? Same thing, just stand here facing the wall for me. Hear anything?
That's okay. You concentrate on her. I'll concentrate on items.
Okay, I can do both.
I know, we multitask. I'm learning.
Alright, we're coming down this way.
This is going back to 128 gigabyte thumb drives in homicide.
How?
This one in there, right?
Right now?
Yeah. Well, earlier when we came up there, I bought two earlier, but we didn't have any left.
We're just gonna stay here in this elevator just so you know. Talk about multitasking.
They wouldn't give us any.
At the property room?
Following her arrest, Shires posted a $500,000 bond and was released. Now, you would think that would be the end of it until her court date, right? But it wasn't, actually. Instead, weeks later, prosecutors say she showed up at the boy's house, that time with a gun. According to court records, she threatened the boy's mom, told her she'd ruined her life by reporting her. A shot was fired. No one was hurt. When police arrived, they found Shires on the front porch. Police say she had that gun to her own head, finger on the trigger. The boy wasn't home at the time, but prosecutors say that Shires talked to him on the phone during all of this, telling him that he and his family had destroyed her life. Her bond was revoked immediately. She'd remained behind bars until May 20th, 2024, when she chose to plead guilty to multiple counts of unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, plus intimidation of a victim or witness, and inducing panic with a firearm specification. Then, on June 27th, 2024, Payton Shires stood before a judge in Franklin County, Ohio. She had already pleaded guilty, and now it was time to hear her punishment and her explanation. Given the chance to speak, Shires turned to face the victim's family and apologized.
I'm really sorry that all of this happened. I feel horrible that the mother and that their family has been affected so horribly by this and by my actions. I was not thinking rationally at the time that I showed up to the mother's house. I was extremely suicidal. I never had intentions to harm anybody but myself, and I'm just thankful that she took the right steps to call the police, and she saved my life that day.
She went on to address the alleged betrayal at the heart of this case, the reason that she was standing in front of a judge in the first place.
I just feel horrible for the mistakes that I made in the social worker-client relationship. I cared for him, I wanted to support him, but my lack of boundaries caused severe mistakes to be made. I'm praying for the family. I've been praying for the family since I've been in jail, and I just hope that they can heal from this. I hope that they can find peace and gain trust with other social workers in the future.
Then she expressed her regret for how this would affect the victim directly, a 13-year-old boy who she was supposed to help.
And I'm hoping that this doesn't affect how he views women in relationships in the future, and that he can get the help that he needs and have a healthy relationship with his mother. I know that I messed up my bond and I lost trust with the courts, but I'm in a much better headspace now, and I'm going to continue to be. But I'm very sorry to everyone involved, and I wish that I could change the past, but all I can do moving forward is work on myself and heal.
When she finished, the judge responded, and he did not hold back.
I'm to consider the seriousness of the offense, which is a serious offense. You violated the position of trust that you had. This young man was a child. He was a child. He was 13, 14 years old. That's a child. But I was disappointed in the pre-sentence investigation in that you seemed to blame him a little bit for, like, then, you know, trying to trick you and coerce you into having additional sex, blackmailing you, and you know, you started, the whole incident started, you're the adult, you need to have the boundaries. You're trained professionally to deal with situations like this.
Payton Shires was sentenced to exactly 4 years and 9 months in prison, 253 days credit for time served. And upon release, she will be required to register as a Tier 2 sex offender for 25 years, checking in with authorities every 180 days for that 25 years. But the legal fallout doesn't end there. The victim's family has also filed a civil lawsuit against Shires and her former employer, the National Youth Advocate Program, alleging the organization failed to remove her from the boy's care after concerns were raised. That case could go to trial next year. For now, Payton Shires sits behind bars, a former counselor meant to help kids, now a convicted sex offender, and a 13-year-old boy left to pick up the pieces. That will do it for On the Case, presented by Law&Crime. Subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify, and now we're streaming on Peacock. I'm Chris Stewart. We'll see you next time.